In 2004, Christine and I were fortunate to meet Gil Foley. Gil took us under his wing and gave us unique access to the building of the 2004 Ice Palace. He guided us through the process of gathering the ice, to the construction of the Ice Palace, to the opening of the Ice Palace to the public, to the events taking place at the Ice Palace, to the final teardown of the 2004 Ice Palace. We wish to dedicate this 20th anniversary of the building of the Ice Palace to our dear friend Gil Foley. Let's begin this adventure with the gathering of the ice at Phalen Lake in St. Paul, Minnesota.
Now you'll notice that there's like a 4-inch bit of frozen ice on top. That's where the ice first froze, and when the sunlight hits ice, it clouds up. As that becomes thick, the ice at the bottom is clear. We thought maybe it might hinder the coloring of the lights, and it does not. If anything, it intensifies the light, so it is a gorgeous, gorgeous sight. But as you can see, there's plenty of activity. It's been like this. This goes on 24 hours a day. 8 days ago, we shifted to 24 hours a day. Weren't sure whether we could get the manpower, and Dick Anfang, president of the Building Trades Council, said absolutely the men and women will volunteer, and they have. There are a total of about 6,000 volunteers. We have close to 3,000 volunteers from the Winter Carnival Association. We've got 180 volunteers per day, every day that the Ice Palace is in operation. We have close to 1,200 men and women that have been laboring on the Ice Palace and harvesting the ice. And overall, it is just a great coming together. When you get between 5,000 and 6,000, that's a small community of people right there. And it's that kind of excitement that and camaraderie and friendship that is built here at the Ice Palace. I think we're going to come close to completing that Ice Palace, incidentally, at a topping off close to 75 feet the high tower, and I think you're going to find it most exciting. One of the sidelights is the amount of power and lights that we are going to be adding to this palace. In 1992, we had 1,000 amps, and this time it'll be 6,500. So it's an exciting part. There's probably a lot more action out here than there is downtown at the site, but when you get downtown there, you'll see plenty of action, ice being moved, especially as we get to the 50 and 60-foot levels of the palace. Now, we realize that in '92, that palace was 168 feet high. We had a goal at that time of going into the Guinness Book of Records, where we still are, as the world's largest building ever made out of ice. We did not intend to do that this time. Our intent this time was to build an ice palace that is user-friendly, as they say. We wanted them to be able to walk through and touch it and feel it and get up close. They weren't allowed to do that in '86. In '92, they could get that. They were able to get there until about halfway through the carnival, when the weather turned warm and we had to shut the palace down. It's been a real community affair. We couldn't do this. When I say we, I am including the 6,000 volunteers that have helped produce this Ice Palace. We don't do it alone. We figure 55,000 man-hours. If we put a dollar figure on man-hours and all the volunteers, in addition, that work the Ice Palace during the hours, we're looking at about an $8.5 million project. Now, that isn't the amount of dollars that are being spent on this, but there are things that we do have to pay for. Insurance is one of them. There are a number of other things that we could not get donated, and if we need them to build, it's just like anything, you have to have it. You either do it right or you don't do it, and we are definitely trying to do it right.
Stay tuned for more of the 20th anniversary of the 2004 Ice Palace, and please subscribe to my channel.